Yep, I'm back to where it all started. For a while now, I've wanted to return to making LEGO reviews, and this specific video has been a year in the making. Since last spring, I've sought to collect every single Spinjitzu spinner released during the original run of LEGO Ninjago, as I only had a select few of them when I was a kid. I also have almost every single Spinjitzu card ever released, besides a few that were exclusive to Europe and are quite rare. I might buy those eventually, but they cost hundreds of dollars. These spinners are gimmick sets released alongside the first wave of Ninjago. Basically like Beyblades, but way cooler because they came with minifigures and accessories. Some of the sets even came as spinners, and there were even some that doubled as massive battle arenas. There's 37 unique spinners in total, and I'll be showing each and every one in release order. There were 7 waves of spinners, usually ending up on store shelves for a limited release window, some as short as 3 months. Because of this, some of these sets have become quite rare, one of which cost me $400 to get in used condition. The first wave of Ninjago sets was released in January 2011, based on the pilot episodes where the ninjas fight Lord Garmadon and his army of skeletons. Every single minifigure from these sets eventually got their own spinner, except for Samukai, as he was exclusive to 2 of the more expensive sets. The most common spinner set from the first wave was for Kai, who used to be the series' main character. Just like many of the other sets I'll be reviewing, this one costs $10 and includes 1 minifigure, 3 weapons, a spinner, 1 character card, 4 battle cards, and 3 regular LEGO pieces. These actually have 2 purposes, one for holding cards and another for upgrading your spinner. The Kai one has this interesting orange color to it with his old logo, which resembles a golden lion. It's a really cool mold that includes 16 studs for customization, though the best spinner set to get in this wave was the Spinjitzu starter set, which released for $20 and was extensively 2 sets in 1. Plus it included a makeshift arena, though mine has some pieces missing. It includes Jay, whose spinner is white and yellow, including his logo of what appears to be an angry thunderstorm. Not a big fan of this color combo, and his other spinners have a much better design to them. The set also includes Frackjaw, a skeleton soldier meant to rival Kai. Yes, my spinner here is a bit dusty. I had a hard time cleaning it off, though I'll probably end up ordering a new copy of it. All of the skeleton spinners have the Skullkin logo on them with additional elements, with this one having fire in order to match Kai. Here's Zane's spinner, which is this really nice light blue color to it, something I wish the J spinner had. It includes his logo, which appears to be an icy lion. Cole's spinner is a really nice lime green color with hints of brown. His logo is definitely the coolest, being a skull meant to resemble a mountain. Crazy here is meant as the rival to J, having a lightning themed spinner while contrasting it with black, which looks really cool. Though sadly, despite having his jester hat featured on his character card, it's not included here, instead being exclusive to the Ice Dragon set. The Bonsai spinner is pretty basic, having a design with ice elements as he's meant to rival Zane. This is definitely the most boring spinner set, not gonna lie. I like Chopov's more as it has hints of lime green, as he's meant to rival Cole, though his doesn't include his biker cap, which was only featured in the Skull motorbike set. One of the bigger sets in this wave was the Spinjitzu Dojo, and as the namesake implies, it includes a spinner, this time for Wu. They wanted his to be much harder to get, explaining why it's exclusive to this $50 set. It's a pretty basic white color contrasting with a black Chinese dragon meant to resemble his robes. Actually, I was wrong. This spinner wasn't exclusive, it's also featured in this Battle Arena set, though it doesn't include his character cards or any accessories. It was also a limited edition product, so not many people are aware of it existing. The next collection of spinners were based on the Ninja's DX forms, meant to stand for Dragon Extreme. They got these suits after taming their dragons, and were each included in those individual sets. The Kai one was originally exclusive to the Knuckles ATV set, though it didn't include any cards. Those would be included in a completely separate set, the Mountain Shrine, which was $5 cheaper and released during the fall wave. All of these DX spinners are gold and include their logos with a background behind them, this one being a wall of fire. The JDX spinner became exclusive to the Skeleton Bowling set, and he actually never got a character card. I prefer this one to the original J spinner, though I wish it included more lightning elements in the design. Cole's DX spinner was originally exclusive to the Ninjago Battle Arena set, which went for $50 and also included a repeat of Bonsai spinner. His has hints of brown resembling Quake's, which I don't think work as well in contrast, though it's fine. His spinner was later released in a $10 set 3 months later as part of the spring wave of sets, which finished off the DX collection. DX Zane was released in April 2011, again costing $10. For some reason, the underside is red, though I really dig the ice detailing that makes it look like the gold base is being frozen over. Nia, Kai's sister, also got her own spinner, after previously being exclusive to the $70 Garmadon's Dark Fortress. Hers has a similar color scheme to Kai's, as this was before there were any plans to make her the water ninja, though her logo was a really nice golden phoenix surrounded by flames. Also, for some reason, the second wave of sets included these 2 extra pieces, and I have no idea why. If someone knows what these are for, please let me know in the comments below. The final set of this wave was Knuckle, the Skullkin General of Lightning. The minifigure itself has a really awesome head mold, and I really dig the purple used on his spinner. It contrasts well with the light gray, and I wish the other skeleton spinners had this sort of color scheme. The fall wave gave us 4 more spinners, one being an alternate version of Sensei Wu, featuring his kimono outfit. What was unique is that all of these spinners were molded with translucent colors, with Wu being this really interesting light blue color. I honestly have no idea what this logo is meant to be besides clouds or a gust of wind, as it doesn't resemble his dragon logo in the slightest. This wave also comes with a Lord Garmadon spinner, and it was a really cheap way to get this minifigure, who was previously relegated to the aforementioned Garmadon's Dark Fortress. His spinner is in this dark purple color, featuring a symbol representing a dark cloud in a similar way to Wu's. I guess sort of in this yin and yang way. Cruncha, the Skullkin General of Earth, has another really cool head mold and these massive shoulder pads. His spinner is in this translucent green color mixed with purple, making this one of my personal favorite designs. For some reason, they decided to include this same spinner in the Lightning Dragon battle set, though its inclusion is kind of random, as it's supposed to be an aerial based set. The final Pilot Season spinner set belongs to Whiplash, the Skullkin General of Ice. He also has a really nice head mold, with printing showing a worm crawling out of his head, which I always found funny. His spinner also includes purple mixed with a nice shade of translucent blue. The January wave of Ninjago sets features the ninja fighting off the Serpentine, including a completely new mold for the spinners themselves. As an example, here's the Cole's DX spinner, included as part of that year's Ninjitsu starter set. Again, I really like the green they used here. It includes one of 4 new spinner crown molds, this one being in gold, which can easily be attached. The bottom includes 3 Technic holes, where you can insert additional accessories. These were included in booster packs, a new gimmick for 2012 which were sold as $5 polybags. These did not include any spinners, but did come with a minifigure, 3 weapons, a character card, 4 battle cards, 2 defensive walls, a piece to extend the height of the spinner, and 3 protruding weapons that those Technic holes are used for. I did also collect all of them, but the one I'm using here being the Kendo Cole booster pack. In the first wave of 2012 sets, there was also a JZX pack, a Lloyd Garmadon pack, and an exclusive booster pack for Kendo J that was only available for a month as a gift of purchase. The new Spinjitzu starter set also included Ratla, the Hypnobrai Scout, who has a uniquely colored yellow spinner with the tribe logo on it. I do really dig this snake-themed crown, this one being in purple. The Ratla spinner was also included in the $40 Spinner Battle Arena set, alongside Kendo Kai. That spinner was also featured in the training set, where his spinner has his typical orange color and silver crown. The rest of the spinner sets from this wave are your standard $10 packs, with Kendo Zanes including a white base and a silver crown with awesome printing showing shards of ice. All of the Kendo Ninja are simply their 2011 outfits with a new helmet and armor mold. Said armor piece is also used in the Samurai X minifigure. If you somehow don't know, this is Nia, and this set entirely spoiled that reveal in the show, as for some reason the promotional images featured her on masks. I really dig this metallic silver used as the base color, along with the red for the crown. Oh, and if the face didn't spoil the reveal, the phoenix symbol underneath definitely did. Snappa, the scout for the Vampire tribe, has its logo underneath this really detailed snake crown. It contrasts strangely with this lime green, though I get that they wanted it to stand out alongside the mostly white minifigure. And the last spinner from this wave was Lazaru, the scout for the Venomari, which was the only set to include a minifigure for that tribe. Now this color scheme I really like. The lime green definitely works well with purple. Oh, and this here is the Venomari logo. The March wave of sets was mostly just 2 additional spinners, which were only in stores for 3 months. That probably explains why this Kai ZX one was so hard to find, at least from a Bricklink seller here in America. It ended up being one of the last spinners I needed, alongside Kendo Zane, as it's extremely similar to the Kendo Kai one except for different printing and a metallic silver crown. The Feng Shui spinner is pretty basic, being similar to the Snappa one but with a swapped color scheme. Not a big fan of the yellow on this one, but it was a cheap way to get this really cool serpentine figure with the cool molded head. The June 2012 wave was actually pretty sizable, including a bunch of new spinner sets. This introduced the Energy Ninja, which is them in their true potential forms. Energy Kai came in the weapons pack, which is sort of a starter set, though instead of a makeshift arena, it includes 6 extra weapons and some booster pack accessories. These Energy minifigures are highly sought after now, and were only sold up until the end of 2012. It's sort of understandable why they're so expensive now, as that printing is really nice. They each feature their logo printed on their chest with energy effects coming out. The spinners for these are also really cool, as they have a new mold for the crown and have translucent colors like the Fall 2011 wave. This $20 set also features a spinner for Chokun, a soldier for the Constrict die. This was the only spinner made for that tribe, and the translucent green mix of orange is really solid. Also, I need to point out the snake whip attachments, which usually came in the booster packs, but here come in orange. Speaking of which, this wave came with 2 more booster packs, one for Zane ZX and the other for the Hypnobrai soldier Mesmo. That figure was actually exclusive to that set, so it was a must get. This wave is notable for including the rarest spinner of them all, the one for Energy J. This set is extremely rare now, typically going for over $2,000 in new condition. I did not buy it for that much. I instead bought it used in good condition at $400. A big reason why the set is so expensive nowadays is because of its limited release, only being on store shelves from June 2012 to August 2012. Also, it apparently had less stock in stores, so in general, not a lot of people own this one. I really dig this lightning printing on this all blue minifigure, and the spinner is translucent blue with a really nice metallic crown. Is the spinner amazing? Yes. Should you spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on it? Probably not, unless you're a super obsessed Ninjago fan like I am. The easiest Energy Ninja to get was Cole, whose spinner is this really weird translucent brown color with a gold finish. Definitely my least favorite of these, though it still looks really nice. I wish the printing on it matched those of the Cole minifigure, which has these purple quake cracks on it. Fangdom, the Fangpire Warrior, got a translucent red spinner with a really nice crown that matches it in color. It has hints of white and black, giving it this really clean look. Though the Spitta one is definitely my favorite, as it's translucent lime green with a purple crown. Also, I really like this minifigure and one of its included weapons, a translucent purple snake piece, which I believe only came in one other set. The final Energy Ninja was released a few months later in September as part of the fall wave, and I'm glad they chose to make him light blue instead of white. I just think the translucent look works best with an ice-themed spinner, and the crown in white is a great choice. This is the second most expensive spinner set in my collection, and I actually bought 2 special display cases for all 4 of them. Currently, I have them placed next to some of my modular buildings, but that might change. This wave also came with the last 2 booster packs for Baitar and Lazaru, the latter being another exclusive figure. There's also this Slithera spinner set, the Hypnobrai General, who was previously exclusive to the original Destiny's Bounty set. His is this really vibrant, blue translucent spinner with these crazy hypnosis markings. The final spinner was definitely the most sought after by kids at the time, the Green Ninja himself. This Lloyd ZX set was the only cheap way to get him, as he was previously only in the Epic Dragon Battle set. It's a golden spinner including markings of the original 4 elements, fire, lightning, ice, and earth. Oh, and this really cool green crown with those same elements on them. I also really dig this weapon with these green daggers, and at the time new color for that piece. So that's all 37 spinners, which I probably spent $1,500 on to complete the collection. Here's my binder filled with all my Spinjitzu cards, including a few of the rare ones. They have numbers indicating which order they're in, representing different elements. There's also the 3D lenticular cards, released in special sets. There's ones for Lord Garmadon and Crazy that were only released in Europe, so I don't have those yet. I do have 2 out of the 8 gold foil cards, which I might eventually complete the collection of. After 2012, LEGO would discontinue the spinner sub-theme, with the final battle wave including no gimmick sets at all. It wouldn't be until Possession in 2015 when we got the Erjitsu flyers, though since then we've never gotten a consistent gimmick. They usually release like 3 of them and call it a day, taking away the main draw of them, collectability. The best way to put it is that barely anyone is going to go out of their way to buy those Spinjitzu burst sets or those ones from Dragon's Rising. No offense to anyone who likes those sets, they're just not as appealing. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll leave a link down below to my Brickset account, which has a list of all the LEGO sets I own. Let me know if there's any sets you'd like to see a review of. though preferably in older sets not as many YouTubers have reviewed. I'll end up doing a poll sometime after this releases. Alright, thanks for watching.